My first impression of being here?
Yeah.
I had several different impressions. The one was about how being here prior, when all this was ground, to now when the whole place seems electrified with sculpture, and even the negative space here means something, whereas before it was just an empty field. And I hear that so many people now use the whole spot, but to actually be here and see these life-size sculptures here that I know will be here for 500 years makes me, believe it or not, think about Rome, and it makes me think about Italy, and it makes me think about how North America here, and this is almost a mission that I have here, is to bring the sacred, the Christian artwork here into North America. And I envision this place in 300 years with more sculptures here being a place that people have to see to come to have an experience. And it's also like having them life-size figures. I do a lot of life-size figures, and there is something absolutely mystical that I sense about having life-size figures, and I hear from other people around how they interact with that. And artwork is functional, and so when I see other people coming, praying, the artwork, Christian artwork in general, has a purpose. It has a function, just like a hammer, a nail has a function. This artwork has a function. It has a function to deepen people's spirituality and hopefully give them something that they do not get from actually reading text. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with reading text, but it's a different experience than seeing life-size translations of those Gospels right in front of you. And that's why in the Protestant Reformation, they didn't destroy the paintings, they destroyed the sculpture, because it's so powerful. It can give you such an emotional experience. And that's what this whole thing is about. That's why the Mariners want this here, is to give people an experience, a spiritual experience that they can't get from just reading a book, or they can't get from being in their local chapel or church. This is a wonderful space, and I believe it becomes a spiritual exercise for someone to come and actually walk around here and take it all in. And as far as I'm concerned, I feel like an instrument of God's peace, because there are so many people involved in this, primarily the donor, that I had the opportunity finally, after the project's done, to embrace and thank him for giving me the opportunity to actually be part of this whole thing. And so it is overwhelming. It's a wonderful autumn day here, and it just I feel like we are in a beautiful spiritual place here. So I've had a wonderful day seeing all of this, thinking back on the 3 years it took. Mind you, every single sculpture I see something that I would have changed. It's this part here, it's that part there, and it maddens me. But then I realize that humans are not perfect. These are just humble attempts to throw something that hopefully will make people get a glimpse of Christ in a stronger way. And by no means, artists, they're always talking about perfection. They always want to capture that perfection. Maybe that has something to do with that we are creators, that we seek this. But I always see faults in my stuff. But that gives me hope and faith that the new pieces I do, I learn from this, and I can bring all the experience from these pieces to the new work. And so when I look at this stuff, I have to say that it's only a part of the whole visual journey that I hope to create to glorify God in my life. And so I am happy to be here and to see and to hear that, oh, there was hundreds of people here and you wouldn't believe how much impact they have. My artwork has a function because it glorifies Christ, and I have a function. And so I'm happy. I feel, in a sense, fulfilled.